How many people we got?
I can't see.
How many people we got now? Won't start until we got 10,000. Oh. Y'all just let me know when there's 10,000 people, then I'll start. Cool? All right, cool. I'm just joking. Hey, guys. Man, Jinks here for an extra special B-side night. I had an idea a few weeks ago because I'm going crazy like everybody is trying to figure out how to stay busy. Me and a lot of my buddies are writing a lot of new songs, and that's been great for the creative process. So whenever all this stuff clears up, we'll have new music for you. And I'm not playing new music for you tonight, but I had the idea to start doing. I had the idea to do a B-side night, and we had such a cool response from it that we're going to do another one. And I don't know when we're going to do it. It might be a couple weeks or 3 weeks, but the comments that you guys wrote in and all the songs, and some of those songs that you guys were asking to hear, I've never played live or haven't played live in some time. And so I've really been, the last week or so, I've been woodshedding, so to speak, trying to relearn some of my older songs. Some of these songs are, over 15 years old. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this gives you a little bit of a break from all the stuff that's going on. I wish that we could be doing this in a little smoky bar somewhere, but we're here at the beautiful Echo Lab studio in Denton, Texas. I actually recorded my Black Sheep album here back in, we recorded that in 12, I think, so 8 years ago. We recorded that record here. Last year I was on a song with Clint Black, and we recorded that song here as well, or my part was done here. And the day Chris Cornell died, me and Paul Cawthon cut Black Hole Sun in this very studio. So I love this place. It's a special place. It's a great studio, and thank you to Matt Pence for staying late with us tonight. So yeah, I hope you guys have all found your way on, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna do 20, 25 songs. I'm probably gonna do 8, 10, 11 songs, tell y'all some stories, kind of use this as like, my therapy session with like 20,000 of my closest friends. So I'm gonna start with this one. This is a song that I wrote shortly after, and if you want to play a drinking game, every time I say the word song, you can take a drink, because songwriters, and it doesn't matter if it's songwriters, songwriting, songs, whatever song is in, you can take a drink. I know you guys are drinking out there. So this is a song that I wrote for my wife right after we got married, and I haven't played it in years and years and years and years, and I've been playing it around the house. And now we've been married for 16 years, so I think the song is life imitating art at this point. So this one's called When the New Wears Off. Church bells ring with a rose petal shower, standing in my finest hour, walking tall with you beside me and me beside you. First new home and our first dog together, setting in for life's weather, and days go by, begin to find the new wears off. Years roll on and the paint on the house fades. Dogs get old, children move away with lines in our faces, gray in our hair, yeah, the new wears off. You were so beautiful back then. I could never imagine how beautiful you would be right now when the new wears off of a house and a car. Nothing's gonna change the way I feel in my heart. And if time stood still for a million years, my love for you would only go that far. So let the new wear off. I never knew a man would wish away his life, but I think of all the times that we've had, and those still to come when the new wears off. You were so beautiful right now. I could never imagine how beautiful you will be someday when the new wears off of a house and a car. Nothing's gonna change the way I feel in my heart. And if time stood still for a million years, love for you would only go that far. So let the new wear off. I can imagine at least 4 or 5 of you clapping. I can hear it. I can feel it. I love it. I'm gonna have to do some adjusting here, though. Oh, I got my hat on. Well, y'all are about to get a shock, too. Check that out. There's no hair up there. Guys, it was turning gray and turning loose, so I just nipped it in the bud, and I just got rid of it. But you got to take this stuff off. I have my Whitey Morgan COVID mask on. You'll need to get one of those. Let's get more comfortable. I got warm in there. But this is an old silver belly that my dad bought in 1981 that he gave to me a couple years ago. And my good buddy Cameron Morris down at Standard Hat Works reshaped it for me. My head's a little smaller than Dad's, so he made a fast hand silver belly out of this old silver belly that belonged to my dad. And y'all can't see him, but I got down this week, man. I had to go get some what do you call that?
Retail therapy.
Some retail therapy. My wife's in here. I had to get some retail therapy. I got some new boots. Like, oh, yeah. Maybe I should do some yoga so I can get more flexible. But got some retail therapy. Got my silver belly dad hat on and my new boots. And got my wife in here with me, and my old friend Jason. You guys have seen a lot of videos of me and Josh playing in Jason's backyard over the years. But we had to come over here and do it over here because a lot of you guys have been watching the Sequestered Songwriters thing on Monday nights where Jason, Edie, and Courtney Patton have been hosting for almost a year now. And we don't get signal at our house very well at all. So we had to come over here, and I was just expecting to just have kind of like a cool backdrop and just use the old iPhone or whatever. But man, it's just fancy stuff. We've got 2 cameras rolling, all the stuff. And damn, I didn't mean for this to happen. This is like a production. But a good friend of mine named Larry Hooper sent me this song idea one day, and it was whenever I was writing for the double album, The Wanting and After the Fire. And Larry sent me this song, and the song was about 2/3 done. I think all I wrote on this song was the second verse, if memory serves. But he just tossed me a softball, and all I had to do was just not screw the song up, and it was an absolute home run. Ended up being the title track to After the Fire, and we had just started playing this song live on our tour in February, right before everything got shut down. So, gonna do After the Fire. Lost my way, I lost track. My heart and all my money, the shirt off my back. I found a place to lie and rest, clear the cloudy skies of my mind, and clean up my mess. So I'm not sure if this is prayer or if it's plea, begging or hoping of my insanity. You're that first clean breath after the fire. You're that cool drink of water my soul requires. Are you the sunshine? Are you the rain? You light my darkness, you wash my pain. You're I love you in a world of doubt. You fill me with something I can't go without. I'm not sure if this is prayer or if it's plea, begging or hoping of my insanity. You're my first clean breath after the fire. You're that cool drink of water my soul requires. You're that cool drink of water my thirsty soul requires. Oh, there we hit the mic. Oh, that's After the Fire, and my wife happens to love that song, so I happen to play that song. Hope you guys are having fun. I like to imagine what you guys are doing right now. Like, some of you guys probably have some friends over. Some of you guys may be laying in bed. But nevertheless, I hope all you guys got a cold beer or a stiff drink or an orange juice. I don't give a shit. Raise them up. Let's celebrate. Let's have a good night, man. I've been needing this. You guys have been needing this. Cheers. So, like I was saying a while ago, whenever we announced that we were going to do this, we had a ton of comments. And I don't normally read all the comments. As you could imagine, that would be, it would take all day. Whenever I make a post, it would take all day to read all the comments. But every now and again, I'll read them all, and I'll sneak a like in there. Every now and again, and I snuck a couple of likes in there yesterday from some people that were asking for some songs. This next song that I'm going to play was probably, it was overwhelmingly I think the lead pony in this. Whenever you guys knew I was going to do it, and I've never done this song live in front of people, acoustic or full band. I have sang it with my good friend Tom McIlvaine when he was playing it live one time. But I love the story that goes with this song. I wrote this song with Tom McIlvaine 5, 6, 7 years ago, somewhere around there. Tom and I we wrote Rock and Roll together. But we were out in Tornillo, Texas, out in El Paso, recording, and I flew Tom out to help write some songs. You know, a lot of songwriters get together in the studio to see what you can come up with that, with a change of scenery. So it's good to go out in the desert and see what you come up with. And we were sitting in this little writing room, and it was probably around the late December teens. It was 17th, 18th, 19th of December, or somewhere around there. We were going to wrap this session up and then go home for Christmas. So Tom comes out, and we're sitting there in this little room, and he says, "What are you going to write about?" I said, "I don't know, man. We're just kind of going back and forth on 3 or 4 different ideas. We're just kind of banging our heads against the wall, and I'm not really feeling it." And Tom's kind of wondering why he just flew out to El Paso to do a songwriting session that might not be fruitful. And he said, "Jinks," he said, "what are you feeling? What do you need to write about?" And he said, "Because this other stuff, this is shit." And I said, "Well, Tom," I said, "honestly, man," I said, "I've been in the studio for 2 weeks. I just got off the road, went to the studio. I'm tired. I've been on the road all year. I've been touring all year. It's like 6 days before Christmas, and I haven't seen my Christmas tree or my Christmas lights." And I, as a friend does, I opened up and I was talking to him, and he was just sitting there listening to me, and we had a bottle of Jack Daniels open, and we were pulling on it back and forth, and I finished up saying what I had to say, and Tom said something to the effect of like, "Well, boo-hoo, Cody fucking Jinks," or something like that, and it made me laugh. And he's like, "You know how many people would like to have your problems?" And I said, "Yeah, Tom," I said, "a lot of people would like to have my problems, but my problems are mine." And after he got done making fun of me, calling me a little whiny baby, we sat down and we wrote this song. And I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to hear this song, and it's pretty applicable for what's going on right now. This one's called Gray. When the canvas is no longer blank, and the colors of all turn gray, when the desert that you're in gets too cold for you to stay, when it's hard to tell the night from the day, when your hands have lost the love for the trade, and the reasons for the work just ain't the same. You put down the money, is the blood worth all the pain? You can't see the sunshine for the rain. Living ain't a promise, living ain't a right. No one here is getting out alive. So pick up all your pieces, cast the doubt away, and rediscover all the color in the gray. Living ain't a promise, living ain't a right. No one here is getting out alive. So pick up all your pieces, cast the doubt away, and rediscover all the color in the gray. All right, there's Gray for you. Thank you guys so much. Man, I want to come out of this. It's warm in here. The thing about studios, they don't put fans on because it makes too much noise. All right. Cheers. Hope you guys are digging this. Very cathartic for me. That's your SAT word for the day. Cathartic. That was a very Ward Davis statement. Ward probably doesn't know words that big, though. I don't know. All right. This next song really cool how this one came to be, because I wrote this song after the time we played first, the first time we played with Billy Joe Shaver, and that was probably 10 years ago, somewhere around there, and we played together. We played together after that. Several different places, played some festivals, Kansas and California with him. Loved playing with Billy Joe Shaver, and there's the guys like me. We're following the Billy Joe Shaver playbook. That's really it's Billy Joe Shaver was a country punk. He was a DIY, do it yourself. If you don't like what I'm doing, you're going to listen to it, and then you're going to like it. And, the history going back with Waylon Jennings and the $100 bill story and all that stuff, it's all true stuff. It really happened, and it's great. It's great to go back and look at your lineage and find a true badass. And Billy Joe Shaver was most obviously a true badass. So really developed the template for guys like me and guys and gals, that I run around with, So we're playing Lukenbach. We're playing the dance hall. And if you've ever been to the Lukenbach, Texas dance hall, it's a magical place. You need to go. But there's not much to it. It's not big. It's not fancy. It's just awesome. Kind of like Green Hall. It's just one of those special places. But we were opening up for Billy Joe Shaver in Lukenbach Dance Hall. And there's a little stage right. It's not even a backstage. It's a side stage area just where you keep guitar cases and all that stuff. And we get done with our set, and I have my guitar. And I walk off the stage, and he's the only one in this little room, and I'm the only one in this little room. And I'm putting my guitar in its case, and he's jumping up and down singing Wacko from Waco. Like psyching himself up for his own show, which I thought was super cool, because at the time the guy was like 70. And I'm like, okay, good. This guy still gets nervous before he plays too. All right, this is fantastic. And this is the outlaw's outlaw. Like, this is the outlaw, this is the guy. And I'm trying not to make eye contact. I'm not even going to disturb. I'm not even going to say anything to him. He stops jumping up and down, and I hear, "Hey, boy." And I turned, I said, yes, sir. He said, I was listening. I like some of them songs. And I said, thank you, sir. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, would you sign my guitar? At that point, I hadn't had anybody sign my guitar. It's not this guitar. It's an old Martin that I had him sign. And he was the first one to sign it. And I said it without even realizing I didn't have anything for him to sign it with. So he says, sure. And I said, I don't have anything for you to sign my guitar with. He goes, I do. Pulls a Sharpie out of his pocket, signs my guitar. It was badass, man. And like I said, we played with him a couple times after that. And it was always an honor to share the stage with him. And I got home after that night, and I wrote this song. And this is actually one of my mom's favorite songs. And this is kind of one of we don't play this one live. We hadn't played it live in years, but it's not really one that you play live because some people are looking at you like, what the hell does that mean? And the people that do get it, they get it. You know, I've seen people, you know, with this song tattooed on them and things like that. But, this was called Birds. Tell me, old man, where have you been? I've been reading those stories about chasing the wind. Yes, I've come back with one or two. I've never really quite known what to do. Tell me, old man, what are you looking for? Has it been worth all you've given? So much more. Sometimes the things we seek skew the point. Sometimes the whole damn world seems out of joint. It makes me wonder. It makes me want to live, so I'll steal freedom while there's still some, and take the whole world in. If I could only leave my worries with the birds. I know one day there'll be solace, so I'll just live till then. If I could only leave my worries with the birds of the wind. Old man, I know you've had questions too. Same ones we've been asking of you. You just roll on back out of sight, stealing away again like a child in the night, still full of wonder. You still want to live, so you steal freedom while there's still some. Take the whole world in. You learn to leave your worries with the birds of the wind. You know one day there'll be solace, so you just live till then. You learn to leave your worries with the birds of the wind. If I I could only leave my worries with the birds of the wind. So God bless Billy Joe Shaver and what he did for all of us ruffians and hellions and assholes that the music business didn't want. Flip that one. I did have to make me a couple cheaters, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these songs I hadn't done in a long time. But welcome back. I didn't think y'all went anywhere. I just felt like I had my own little commercial break in my head there. Oh man. All right. So I was talking about Sonic Ranch a while ago and how special. It's just a special place. We've done our last, I think, 5 records there. And like I said, it's out in Tornillo, Texas. It's about 45 minutes this side of El Paso, right on the border. And it's in the desert. And the studio itself is on a pecan farm. And it's just the neatest damn place that you could ever go. And that's why I love to have my friends come out while I'm out there and help me write. Just because of the scenery. You can just get on, we get on the side-by-side or buggy or whatever you call it, and four-wheelers or whatever, and just go tear-assing through the desert and find old Native American, pottery and petrified charcoal and just a neat spiritual type of place. And my good friend Paul Cawthon came out, and Paul and I have written a lot of songs together over the years, but we wanted to change it up a little bit and write one song from 3 or 4 different locations, all on the ranch, on the farm itself, all out at the studio. But we went to different places. I mean, the place is huge, so you can go it's thousands of acres, so you can go forever, whenever, wherever. And everything that we did, everything that we wrote about in this song was based on where we were at on the ranch. So the part about a 2-bit mule from a horse thieving fool was when we didn't realize that we were in an area where there was a horse, and the damn thing snuck up on us, and all of a sudden there was a horse behind us, and we started laughing about it, and that was the start of the second verse. So we wrote this song in the middle of the desert on a pecan farm with a horse. This one's called Desert Wind. I love this song. This song's so much fun to play. City lights, they treating me right on this side of the wall. Thinking it's time to turn on a dime for the Sierra Madre call. I caught wind of a friend of a mighty wealth untold. If the stories are true, nothing left to do but head down to Mexico. Desert wind blowing me away again. Now you're my only friend I've got left to call. Bought a 2-bit mule from a horse-thieving fool across the Rio Grande below. I had to steer clear, I had not a fear where the Federal lay roll. Once I was through, I knew what to do. I had to send that old mule home. I'm now on a trail that lead most to hell after Pancho Villa's gold. It's that desert wind blowing me away again. Now you're my only friend that I'll ever call. It's that desert wind blowing me away again. Now you're my only friend I'll ever call. I followed the words that I'd been told amongst the hillside cavern cold. I topped the hill, I caught a chill. The cavern, it did hold the answer to questions that I never had, riches I could hold. The truth of a man, it ain't built with hands or Pancho Villa's gold. It's that desert wind blowing me home again. Now you're my only friend I'll ever call. It's that desert wind blowing me home again. Now you're my only friend I'll ever call. Little desert wind there for you. Thank you so much. I love that song. I've only played that song live probably 2 or 3 times. Hell, I've only played twice since we got locked down. And a lot of you guys don't know the story. We had a weird. Everybody had a weird March 11th, 12th, 13th. You know, when all that stuff shut down. We were on our way. We had a tour starting in Albany, New York, March 11th, and I got a phone call the day before because all of our band and crew lives all over the country, and I got a call from management the day before. It said, "Hey man, this virus is here. It's loud and proud, and you know stuff's shutting down. What do you think?" And I said, "Has the venue called anything off?" And they said no. And I said, "Well, I'm flying my ass to New York to play a show then, because I don't cancel shows." And so both buses roll up to New York, and we get 15 guys on buses and planes and meet up in Albany, New York. And when we all land, the Texas boys that are on the plane, all of our phones started blowing up, you know, saying tour's been canceled and all this kind of stuff. So in hindsight, I probably should have just called it off and said, no, we're not going, because I saw things were getting bad. But, you know, who the hell would have thought that this bullshit would have ensued? So we went to a bar, the band and crew, and just drank some beers, went back to the buses, overnighted to Cleveland, because that was the first available direct flight home for most of us, was out of Cleveland, and flew home. And that's the last time I've seen most of my band and most of my crew. So I played one show. I did one Facebook Live
back a couple months into the quarantine. I know some of you guys watched that, and that was strange. That was back when my wife was my IT girl. I fired her since then. I'm as bad of a client as she is an IT person. So it didn't well. We're good at being married. We're bad at working together. But I had some requests for this one because I think a lot of us feel this way right now. I know I do. I've been talking with my buddies on the phone a lot more than I normally do, and they've been calling me more than they normally do. And I love this song, and it's just one of those songs that we used to play it live and hadn't played it live in years and years. And it's off the 30 record. But this is one of those that I was sitting at the bar and I got the first line of this song in my head, and I had to go home and write it. And this song, everything in this song's true. And I went home and I probably wrote this song in 30 or 45 minutes after I left this bar. It's called "Looking for a Friend." I know a lot of us out there, we're leaning real heavy on our friends, and that's what we got to do. That's what friends are for. Cheers. I stopped by a place I used to know, but nobody knew my name. I filled out a place and out of time, but I had one just the same. New bartender did not seem to care about a story of back then. It's getting hard to find him. Have you seen him? Looking for a friend. It's been a time around here just getting by. Things are hard and nothing's new. I've been waiting for that sun to break on a cloudy afternoon. Yeah, this winter's been much colder than the ones I knew back then. It's getting hard to find them. Have you seen her? Looking for a friend. I go down the road and back again. It's hard remembering where I've been, and I ain't changed. It seems the world took off, left me, that's the way it goes. It's a lonely road the dreamer follows, like Peter Pan in Neverland all alone. I'm still singing for my supper, like I've always done. And now the business and the politics have taken most of the fun. I'll be out there chasing sundown. I'll be home and God knows when. I'm looking out to find one. I'm hoping I might see one. I'm looking for a friend. I go down the road and back again. It's hard remembering where I've been, and I ain't changed. It seems the world took off, left me, that's the way it goes. It's a lonely road the dreamer follows, like Peter Pan in Neverland all alone. I stopped by a place I used to know, but nobody knew my name. I got some golf claps going in here. Thank you, guys. You know, I love playing it, man. You know, and this has been a great exercise for me, going back and like seeing the songs that you guys like, that, you know, we all play, you know, we always Hippies and Cowboys and Loud and Heavy and Mama's Song and Cast No Stones, and you know, I'm happy and I'm glad to play those songs every night, and I know that I will. But you know, there's something to be said about those B-sides that, you know, a lot of them I worked really hard on. Like this next song that I'm about to do, it took me a year and a half to write this song, because it took me a year and a half to do enough research to where I thought I could sound smart in a 3.5 minute song about this particular subject. And this is one of those that I kept seeing pop up. I saw several of you guys that wanted to hear this song, and it's another one that we haven't done in a long time. I'm very proud of this song. This song was an exercise for me. I was telling my wife today, I was practicing it in the bathroom. I mean, I wasn't like taking a shit while I was practicing it. She was putting on her makeup, and I was just happened to be in there with my guitar. Anyway, you guys get it. And I said, you know, I think that this is probably one of the best songs I've ever written, but we don't play it live because it's you know, you understand. It's kind of, it'll kind of bring the crowd down. It's kind of a sad song, but it was an exercise, because most of my songs are first person, but this one I wrote, it's in first person, but it's not me person. It's from the perspective of a 10-year-old boy during the Dust Bowl. You know, the market crashed in 29, and it was just a cocktail of just bad stuff, man. I mean, just nothing was working. The weather wasn't cooperating. Nothing was going right for that period of time, and there were several years where it was just bad, you know. So, you know, I'm not comparing what we're going through right now to the Dust Bowl. It's a completely different set of circumstances, completely different time. But the correlation that you can draw is that everybody's affected by what's going on now, and everybody was affected by what happened whenever the Dust Bowl was going on, economically or you know, just you couldn't plant anything because your dead gum dirt would blow away. So here's Dirt. Still recall that summer. I was 10 years old when our days ceased to shine. I'm going to capo this up. I recorded this a half step down, and that's the beauty of doing this live. I can stop whenever the hell I want to. Take a drink of beer and capo up. Much better. I still recall that summer. I was 10 years old when our days ceased to shine. No, you could not take a breath when those black blizzards came stripping land in dire need of rain. There was dirt on the floor. Mama swept all day long, leaving trails of tears and mud down her face. There was dirt in our beds, and there was dirt in our clothes, and there was dirt in the little that we ate. We'd heard about the markets fall a couple of years before, but the fields and the harvest all seemed fine. Sometimes the things that kill us, that which we don't know, we'd strip the land of everything but pride. Stayed close together, that's all we knew to get by. And I recall a helpless feeling, first time that I saw my father cry. Looking back on everything we had and on everything we lost, still makes me wonder, staying worth the cost. A lot of town broke up and left. They boarded up the schools and banks and the churches. That to me was wrong. Come next year it would be better for the last one standing tall, for the ones that show the most resolve. They announced the New Deal with the Conservation Act and then the Relief Fund. We were on our knees. There was little hope by then, so we just stood there in that line, and we thanked the man for that little bit of cheese. Stayed close together, that's all we knew to get by. And I recall a helpless feeling, first time that I saw my father cry. Looking back on everything we had and on everything we lost, still makes me wonder, staying worth the cost. There's a little dirt for you. Still one of my favorite songs that I've written. It's just one of those, like, it's like Gray. It's kind of a downer at a live show when you have 5,000 people that are wanting to do that, you know. But one of these days when I retire, I'll just go back to playing acoustic. I don't guess that'd be retiring, would it? You don't retire when you do this for a living, though. You may not be playing very many shows, but you just kind of do it forever. Playing music, you know, it's a lifelong sport. You actually get better at it the older you get, which, you know, it's kind of... I got a lot of friends that are like baseball players and football players and athletes. Different sorts, you know. By the age I'm at, being a professional athlete's pretty much out of the question. It was out of the question when I was a younger man, but, you know, it's really out of the question now. I don't know how guys like Tom Brady and Drew Brees I know how I feel at 40, and I hadn't been hit near as many times as those guys have. Mentally, I have. Music business sucks. Well, I don't know if my good friend Brother John is listening tonight, but those of you guys that have seen us play live over the years have heard the story. You know, I grew up in the Church of Christ, and I grew up in a very liberal Church of Christ, and I have nothing but fond memories of the people that I went to that church with. Most of them. But Brother John, I've known since I was 4 years old, and his son, Sam Anderson, is in the Quaker City Nighthawks. So shout out to you boys. I got to talk to you, Sam, the other night. Miss you guys. Love y'all. But Brother John, if you're listening, this one's for you. And this is a song that we used to play all the time. And I played it today in the house, and Rebecca said, I thought you weren't doing, I thought you were just doing B-sides. That's not a B-side. And I said, no. I said, but I hadn't played it live in probably 2 years, maybe 3 years. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, man. We took it out of the set just, to try to, because in a live show, when we're up there playing, we usually play 2 hours, 15 minutes a night. And that's usually 26, 28 songs, depending on how mouthy I get. And I try not to talk too much whenever people are actually paying and coming to see us play. But yeah, man, saw a lot of requests for this one, and decided to dust it off, and wanted to share this one with you, because I think this one's also very applicable for our current time and situation. So send this out to the man that baptized me and married my wife and I so long ago, and has been a friend and is still a friend. I talked to him on the phone the other day. This one's for Brother John. This song's called We Get By. Stay and burn out all the time. Well, that's a good way for you to lose your mind. Staying low for too damn long, well, that's enough to want to get high. Not saying what's right or wrong. Some folks need a little help getting along. I can't judge y'all, I'm always stoned, but I know Jesus knows. I get by, I get by. We all get by the grace of God. We all get by. Yeah, my mama introduced me to God as a child. My daddy spends that little last mile. He'd rather sing those gospel songs on the front porch anyway. My baby sister, she married a man on the other side of Staten Island. Laughing, joking, give him hell, but he loves that little girl. And they get by. They get by. We all get by the grace of God. We all get by. Everybody's waiting on that day when all is right. We've still got each other to make it through another night. Everybody's waiting on that time when all is right. We've still got each other to make it through another night. This corner bar is not a house of sin, it's a place where all of us fit in. Seen the same people Saturday night as I have on Sunday morning. Brother John says, sipping his drink, you know that he don't care what the others might think. He laughs and jokes and finds it funny how the others all drink alone at home. He gets by. He gets by. We all get by the grace of God. We all get by. Yeah, we do. Stay and burn out all the time. That's a good way for you to lose your mind. Stay and burn out too damn long. That's enough to want to get high. We get by. Thank you, guys. About time for another Miller Lite. Grab one of those. You guys grab yourself another beverage. Roll you up another joint, pack another bowl. I don't care, man. We're partying tonight, damn it. It's Thursday night. You only got one more day of work. You can be hungover tomorrow. Screw it. We'll get by, right? Hell yeah. All right. I got this cool new, y'all can't see it, but I got this cool new cooler that my wife got for me for Christmas. And it's called a Bev Pod, and it looks like a briefcase, but it's a cooler. It's very inconspicuous. That's all I asked for Christmas was more things to put my beer in. That's all I wanted. Got some new socks too. That was cool. I'm actually wearing my Christmas socks. They say 2020 on them, but the second O is the longer than the rest of them, so it looks like a big middle finger, but it's made out of 2020. I'm not flipping you guys off. I'm just giving you the example. It's good that I just flipped off the camera because I'm about to sing one of the sweetest songs I've ever. Got my new sunglasses, my new hat, got my new boots. Same old asshole. This one is, I wrote this song, and you guys got to drink when I say song, remember? I wrote this song right after my daughter was born, and I called her my precious little angel child whenever she was born. Boy, she is still my precious little angel child, but she is not little anymore. So this she is a young lady, and I love her dearly. I love you, Em. I don't know if you're watching this. She is? She's over at JJ and Papa Ron's tonight, so hi, Em. I don't play this song live very often because I have a hard time getting through it, and that's really the truth. People come up and tell me about their ladybugs all the time, and when she's still this way. She was little. She would escape. You would never know where she was. She was quick, and she's still quick. She's there, and then she's not. And she's fly. You know, she's a lot like me. So she just kind of like, you know. And so I wrote this song shortly after she was born, and it means a lot. And I love hearing you guys' stories whenever y'all come up and tell me about your ladybug. And I've been doing the cameos since the COVID thing hit, and I've had several for ladybugs because of that song. So I'm gonna sing this song from a little girl and try to make it through. Do the best I can. Here's to you. Oh, not capo. Sorry, I did it again. There we go. I recorded some of these songs in different tunings than I'm playing them now. That's the reason for the capos, in case you guys are wondering what the hell I'm doing. Most of this stuff, the older stuff, was recorded in standard. Now we record in E-flat, which means jack shit to most of you guys, but that's where it's at. There we go. Here's to you, my ladybug. You're my gift from God above. Precious little angel child. Oh, come be still with me a while. It rained for weeks before you came. How do you know I love the rain? The whole world changed when you found yours. No, nothing new would be the same. Never fear, child, I'm right here, child, my ladybug. Here's to you, my wildflower. May you stand the test of time. Dark days come and dark days pass. Just keep reaching for the sun. Always grow, child. Always know, child. Wildflower. Here's to you, my blue-eyed girl. It's your time to change the world. Freely give the gifts you bring. Oh, learn to laugh, child, dance and sing. Be yourself, child. Find yourself, child. Blue-eyed girl. So here's to you, my ladybug. Come be still with me a while. There you go, Em. I love you. Let's see what we got here in my bag of tricks. Oh. Couple more. We'll do a couple more songs and then we'll call it. I know it's a school night. And to be honest with you, working on these B-sides has just flat out kicked me in the ass. I have been I've been working really hard on these, man. Like I said, some of these I've never played. Some of these songs I haven't played probably since we recorded them in the studio. I know Gray was one that I hadn't played. So this has been really, really fun for me to do, to dive back into that stuff. And, you know, anyway, like I said, we already kind of spilled the beans and made a post that we're going to do this again. And I'm going to go back through and I'm going to look at all the posts again, and I'm going to make lists of the songs that you guys want to hear, and work really hard on those, and do this again for you. Because at the end of the day, man, you know, I started playing little dive bars, shit holes, juke joints, and, you know, all those little places just because I love to play. And I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and I said, you know, what I'd like to do right now is just go sit in the corner of a smoky little bar and grab a bar stool and just play some music, like I used to do back when it was simple and I was broke, and you know, the good old days. But this actually isn't one of my B-sides, and it's really not a B-side at all. It was a very popular song when it came out, and we played it, we covered it, and we played it for a while. We played it for probably a couple years out on tour, and it's still probably one of our most downloaded or uploaded, whatever, loaded songs. And it's a Pink Floyd song, and it's called Wish You Were Here. But I saw a lot of requests for this one, so you know, we're all in the same boat, rowing like hell, and we all miss our friends, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And hell, I miss playing for you guys as bad as you guys miss coming to see us play. But funny story about this song was we had cut it and we had released it years ago, and I just tore my jeans. I just made a new hole in my britches. Damn it. Anyway, oh, it looks cool. Years ago, we were out in Nashville doing some work, and we had cut this song and we had released this song. We had a couple days off, and I love having a couple days off in Nashville. I got a lot of friends out in Nashville, and people I work with in Nashville are the good people in the music business. There's a lot of good people in Nashville. Nashville gets a bad rap, but hell, anywhere can get a bad rap. Got to go see Roger Waters. Pulled some strings. Roger was in town playing the arena there in Nashville. Is it the Bridgestone? Is that right? Playing the Bridgestone there, and we had a day. I don't know if we were playing a show or doing some work on a record. I can't remember why we were there, but Roger Waters was coming through, and I pulled some strings, and I was able to score 4 really good tickets to go see Roger Waters play. And I was super stoked about it. But the funny part was Josh Thompson. Josh and I have been making music together for a long time. Whenever we recorded that song, we got a lot of backlash from the Pink Floyd purists. You know, the Pink Floyd purists are as hardcore as like the Beatle purists and the Elvis purists, and you just don't even cover their songs. You don't even try, because that's Floyd, man. You don't do that. And so we're sitting there at the Bridgestone. There's like 15,000 people in this arena, and Josh looks over at me and he goes, "How's it feel to know that everybody in here hates you because you cut this song?" I started laughing. I was like, "Yeah, well, that's cool. I think Pink Floyd's badass, so screw them. But I've got to play this song several times live with my good friend Pearl a day, and got to play it at Dime Bash last year in L.A., a memorial show for Dimebag Daryl Abbott, and I got to play this with Pearl and her husband Scott from Anthrax. Hey guys, love y'all, miss you. And I'm gonna do "Wish You Were Here." So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, and cold comfort for change? And did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. But have we found the same old fear? I wish you were here. How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. But have we found the same old fear? I wish you were here. So there's my country redneckified version of "Wish You Were Here." Tell you what, that's really all I'd planned on doing tonight. But just for fun, I want to rip another one out, and it's not my song and it's not a B-side, but I was just playing it in the living room today, and it sounded like fun, and I figured you guys really wouldn't give a shit if I played a George Strait song anyway, would you? And you guys are going, nope. No shit's given here. So thank you guys so much for sharing your time with me. You know, this is as close as we can get to doing this in a live setting, but I'll take what I can get. And fact of the matter is, man, is I needed to play some songs for you guys, I think, as bad as you guys probably need to hear some songs. So that's what's called a symbiotic relationship, and that's why there are people on the stage and people in the crowd. And I like being on the stage, and I like being in the crowd. I miss going to see live shows just like you guys do. And but this has been a blast. We'll go ahead and wrap it up, but you know, hopefully we can get another one of these done in the next couple 3 weeks. Whenever we post for it again, y'all let me know what songs you want to hear, and I will do my very best to go back and woodshed some of those, and then we'll get the B-side thing wrapped up, and then I may do a one with all the popular songs that I know some of you guys are going, why ain't he playing Cast No Stones? You know, I get it, but that's not what this is about. So we'll get to that later. We'll do another 1 or 2 of these to get all these B-sides in. Do some more storyteller things. Tell you the stories behind the songs. But till we get to do that, man, I'm going to play you guys out with a fun song, one of my favorite old George Strait songs. Give me a bottle of your very best, 'cause I got a problem I'm gonna drink right off my chest. I'm gonna spend the night getting down. That woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. One that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. She kicked me out of the house, and tonight I'm whiskey bound. And I'm gonna be the drunkest fool in town. That woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. Well, she packed my bags, opened up the door, and I got a feeling she didn't want me around no more. She caught me in a lie, yeah, I was messing around. And that woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. Woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. She kicked me out of the house, and tonight I'm whiskey bound. And I'm gonna be the drunkest fool in town. That woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. Woman that I had wrapped around my finger just to come unwound. All right, rock and roll. Thank you guys so much, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And believe me, I did this as probably more for me than I did for you guys. So I hope you guys dug it. We'll let you know when we're going to do it again. And send me the old songs that you haven't heard, or that you haven't heard me do in a long time. And I'll start woodshedding those, because what the hell else am I going to do? So until then, please take care of yourselves. Wear your friggin' masks. Wear your masks. Like, don't be John Wayne. Like, John Wayne ain't going to beat this shit, okay? Wear your mask. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you guys, and we will see you next time.